What's going on, y'all? My name is Zeno. Welcome back to the channel. So I've got about 20 hours on the MW3 beta so far, and I figured now was a good time for me to talk to y'all about some of the things that I like and don't like about this game. And on top of that, I've had people coming into the stream asking me what I think, so I just wanted to go ahead and put it all out there on YouTube for anyone else who is curious. Also, before we go ahead, I have been sick these past couple of days, so I apologize about my voice. But on the flip side, it has been nice being able just to stay inside and play some games. For me, the COD beta so far has been a roller coaster ride of emotions. On one side of it, we've got the nostalgic factor, we've got the OG MW2 maps, we've got the MW3 name coming back, and for someone who doesn't actually play COD as their main game, it's been something fresh and fun for me to kind of try out and play. So from that aspect, I've enjoyed the beta. On the flip side of it, it's been a sweat fest, it's been extremely buggy, and my game has crashed a bunch. And like the spawns are terrible. Like there's definitely some problems with the game. I understand it's a beta, but it also comes out like, I don't know, a month. So is it really a beta at this point? But basically, I wanted to dive in with y'all and figure out, is Modern Warfare 3 actually worth your $70? All right, so I wanted to start off by talking about some of the things that I think this game does really well. And that's going to take us over to the weapons tab. To me, the weapon customization is very in-depth, and I think they do a really good job with it. Yes, I'm aware that it is basically a copy-paste from the Gunsmith from Modern Warfare 2 and from COD 2019. Regardless, I mean, the level of in-depth on these attachments, you have basically a million different combinations for your weapons, and I think that's really cool. It is, you could argue that it is slightly too complicated. If we look at it, like let's say Battlefield 2042's customization system, or even older CODs, you know, you get one, maybe two attachments. Battlefield, you get a couple more attachments. For 2042, you get 4 attachments on a gun, which to me feels pretty nice. You get a barrel, a sight, a stock, or an ammo, and an underbarrel attachment. You know, this game, you can only choose up to 5 attachments, which obviously limits your combinations, but regardless, very in-depth customization system. I enjoy kind of mixing and matching different grips, different sights, and it's been a little bit of a learning curve because it is so much more in depth, but I've been having fun with it, and I will be preparing some weapon guides for y'all very soon. While we're looking at the weapon list, let's just go ahead and take a look at some of the guns we have. I'm sure some of y'all will be curious. Starting off the assault rifles, this SVA. The first 2 rounds have a faster rate of fire, so you could kind of burst fire this almost like an AN-94. Pretty effective. Wasn't my favorite weapon in the beta, but still not bad. This MTZ, not a terrible weapon, a little bit more catered to close quarters, faster fire rate. This is basically an ACR, and this is probably one of my favorite guns from the beta. I've used this baby nonstop. I've leveled up to max rank, level 28 on this thing. Very much enjoyed using this. Honestly, I haven't even touched the battle rifles yet, but we've got 2 battle rifles here. And I asked this question earlier, but the difference between battle rifles and marksman, battle rifle has the option for automatic. Marksman are just single fire, but they're both 7.62 rounds. Moving over to SMGs, this is basically like a Scorpion Evo, and maybe I'm just bad at the game, but I had no luck using this weapon. I didn't like it at all. AMR9, I was kind of back and forth with this gun. Has really bad damage drop off, but it can pop off. Something funny I did do with this gun is if you go down to magazine, you can throw on a 100-round drum. It is so silly. The ADS speed is terrible, but you can literally, I used this weapon on Rust. 100-round mag, just spraying and praying on every corner. It was quite funny. So that's kind of going back to what I was talking about, the weapon customization. You just kind of have some of these fun little combos like this. I did see someone running akimbo pistols as well, so having akimbo secondaries I think is really cool, and I definitely enjoy that. Moving on, the striker, this is basically the UMP 45. This is another one of my favorites, and I think this is probably everyone's favorite from the beta. This is probably the most used weapon that I've seen. Very popular choice, very, very strong. Shotguns, this thing blows my mind. I haven't used any of these shotguns, but this thing looks like an M4, but it's a fully automatic shotgun with 15-round magazine. And I'm very positive you could probably get like a larger drum round mag on this. So that's going to be kind of funny to see that. But a little pump action shotgun, got some LMGs, the marksman rifles. And then the snipers. This thing's kind of crazy. This is like an AK, but it's a sniper. 25 rounds. I saw some people absolutely shredding lobbies with this. Yeah. I don't know. This is like a, this is a bolt action. And then this is a semi-auto. I used it a little bit, and some of the shots were one shot, some of it were two, so I don't know, maybe it depends on where you shoot them, or maybe the people that I one shot were already weak, not sure. But yeah, some pretty cool weapons. Secondary, you got this little Uzi, this little burst pistol here, the Raffica, it's kind of what it reminds me of, and then this is like a basic Glock. I think we have some launchers as well, but, oh yeah, here. Yeah, this Pila. For the tactical equipment, we've got flash grenade, battle rage, which is a stimulant that gives you an adrenaline rush and will help you with health regenerating quicker. Tactical equipment is resisted, and tactical sprint is constantly refreshed. I've been kind of running with this today, and it's pretty nice. EMD grenade, I haven't used this. It's like a tracker, smoke grenade, scatter mine. This is like a bomb that you put on the ground. Frag. This thing right here, I cannot stand this thing. People will just run at you and just throw this and you just die. You can't do anything. It just basically shoots in a straight line and you're just dead. So I would like to see this nerfed. Semtex, very strong option as well. I haven't really seen anybody use the thermals. Field equipment, trophy system, comm scrambler, med box, munitions box, and ACS, which is a computer spike that slowly captures points and temporarily hacks enemy devices. That sounds kind of OP. Haven't used that. Now, here's some of the stuff that this is one of my favorite things about this game. The perk system. They absolutely nailed the perk system. Okay, you get basically 3 options. You get gloves, boots, and gear. And so we got quick grip, which is increased weapon swap speed. Scavenger, you pick up ammo from dead players. And then these commando gloves, I love these commando gloves. You can reload while sprinting, because I'm so used to playing Battlefield where you can reload while sprinting anyway, but in this game, if you don't have these gloves, you have to stand still to reload. And when I first started playing this game, it was messing me up. So having these gloves saves my ass. I love these gloves. Up next, boots. All of these boots are insanely good, honestly. I ended up using the tactical pads. Increased slide distance, allows for full ADS while sliding versus just doing your little tactical ADS. And then increased stance transition speeds, crouch movement speed. Soccer boots, these are really nice as well. Increased strafe ADS movement speed. This is the McKay buff. Climbing boots, you climb faster, no fall damage. Lightweight boots, obviously those are self-explanatory. And then these sneakers go crazy too, because guess what? Eliminates footstep sounds. So these are obviously a top tier choice as well. Absolutely love what they've done with the perk system. And then we've got some basically like some headphones, some padding here for kill streak, explosives, and fire. We've got the tac masks here for flashes and stuns, immunity from EMP, stuff like that. This is going to reduce our kill streaks by 1. I've been running this bad boy right here to reduce combat noise, because this game has so much going on in my ears. It's sensory overload playing this game. So I've been enjoying this. I haven't even used some of this other stuff. Little ghost setup here for UAVs. So yeah, so some really fun combinations with the perk system. I absolutely love this. And then we also have this vest that we can choose as well. Infantry vest is what I've been using for basically you can sprint quicker, or you can sprint for longer duration, and it's better refresh time. Engineer vest, I haven't really messed with a lot, but you can spot enemy equipment and kill streaks through walls. Seems pretty nice. The gunner vest I did consider using as well, because you deploy with max ammo, which I like, and improved reload speed. So that's I think the gunner vest is pretty solid. And then demolition vest is going to be resupplying lethal and tactical equipment every 25 seconds. So I don't know about y'all, but let me know in the comments what you think. But the perk system, I think they hit it out of the park, and I very much enjoy the perk system. One of my favorite parts about this game. Some other honorable mentions about some positives for MW3. Map voting is back, so we have an option to choose when we're in the lobby of which map we would like to play. On top of that, we got the open mic in the lobby as well, so we got a little bit more sense of community transitioning between lobbies. Got people screaming in the mics. You got to obviously mute them a lot of times. Got people talking shit. So it makes for some brief entertainment in between rounds. The classic mini-map has made its return, so we've got red dots back on the mini-map, which is really nice. Speaking of maps, playing the OG MW2 maps, even though we only got Estate, Skid Row, Rust, Favela in the beta, oh, and High Rise as well, High Rise. Playing the OG maps has been so nice. And they play pretty well on this game as well, like with the updated movement and gunplay. So I've really enjoyed playing these maps. Speaking of MW2, the movement and gunplay are massively improved from the previous Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. It's not full on like COD 2019 movement, but I would say it's a nice happy medium. You can still get some nice slide canceling off. Bunny hopping is pretty weak, so it's not really the best strat. I've seen some people drop shotting. I don't really like to go that route. I'm more of like a jump shot or like slide cancel kind of gunfight. So, but yeah, the movement, the gunplay feels pretty solid. Also, speaking of gunplay, the health has been increased by 50. So we've got 150 total HP per player. So the gunfights are longer. We're talking an extra maybe 2 to 3 bullets per gunfight. So I think extended mags are going to be the play for a lot of these weapons setups. But I have really been enjoying the gunplay. The time to kill is longer. You find that you will like take a one-on-one, you win that one-on-one, and then you get shot from the guy's teammate. That's happened a lot to me. So like, I feel like my KD is really bad in this game because of that. I've got to get maybe some better positioning or figure out how to win 1v2s. But yeah, that's been a really big change, is the increased health. Another nice thing about the gunplay in Modern Warfare 3 is compared to Modern Warfare 2, you can actually see what you're shooting at. Modern Warfare 2 had so much visual recoil, so much barrel smoke. It was oftentimes very difficult to see the enemy you were shooting at. Look over here to Modern Warfare 3, it's not near as bad. I do need to have a red dot sight on my weapon because I still struggle with the iron sights seeing people. But regardless, it is an overall improvement, and I'm glad that they made this change. All right, now we're going to be kind of moving over into our con list, talking about some of the things I really don't like about this game. And starting off is going to be SBMM. So Modern Warfare 3 has its moments of fun. Hit a nice little kill feed, maybe get a nice little two-piece, something like that. Get your kill streaks going. But the second the SBMM kicks in, you're in for a terrible time. And for the record, I have no problem playing against sweaty players because I'm a sweat myself. But holy moly, these guys are acting like they're playing for $100,000, and it's insane. The slide cancel double YY, 360 slide, jump out the window, dolphin dive, backwards Omega 360, like, just chill out, bro. You gotta chill out. I understand it's a competitive thing for people, and I'm competitive too, but the SBMM in public matches ruins the fun. So I don't know if they're going to do anything about that, but the SBMM is a major negative for me. Another kind of obvious one, but unfortunately, this game is just a $70 DLC for Modern Warfare 2. It's Modern Warfare 2 with updates. It's Modern Warfare 2 with some new guns and like a new perk system. It doesn't feel like a new game. It's just Modern Warfare 2 plus one. You know, like it's not a new game. And to make matters worse, this game doesn't even come with its own original maps, which I'm happy that they put the OG maps in the game. That's awesome. But that doesn't help the fact that we're just paying for like content that we've already like experienced. Granted, not everyone has experienced these maps. It just still feels kind of weird to me. Paying this much for a game that is identical to what we had last year. I think it's a little wild. I'm also not trying to hate on anybody because of what input that they play, because I grew up my entire life on Xbox/controller, but this game caters to controller players hands down. If you watch some of these kill cams with the aim assist, it's pretty nuts. The auto rotation, the aim assist tracking me through walls even though I'm around the corner. Watch some of your kill cams and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I understand that not everyone has a PC. Not everyone wants to play mouse and keys. Some guys just want to come home after work, sit on their couch and play some COD. I totally get that. I'm not hating on you for that. But let's try to balance the scales a little bit. Can we tone down the aim assist? Can we... I don't know the exact answer here, but I just... From some aspect, it feels almost a little bit unfair. And I'm sure the controller guys are saying the same thing about mouse and key players. Oh, look how fast they can flick. Oh, they can aim with their whole arm. Like, we could have this conversation for like an hour. This topic is always very heated amongst the FPS community. I would just like to see a little bit of balance. However that happens, I don't know. But let me know what you think. Something else that bothered me during the beta was the visual clutter. So I have all my settings dialed in how I want them. I've got screen shake and all those excessive visual settings turned all the way down. And in my opinion, it still feels like too much. Every explosion, every flashbang, there's screen shake all the time. Even when I'm running around, like almost a little bit of motion sickness. It's a little bit hard to explain, but to me, there's just too much going on with the screen. I just want to focus on the enemies. Like, I have a hard time like seeing people sometimes because there's so much visual clutter. Maybe that has something to do with like the colors. I don't know, but I'm having a hard time seeing players. And then on top of that, they're just spawning behind me and shooting me in the back. So the visual clutter for me is a no-go. I would also say that the audio needs some work, specifically for like teammates audio. My teammates audio is insanely loud. I can hear my teammates running 3 miles across the other side of the map, but I've got enemies sneaking up right behind me or spawning right behind me, climbing up a window right behind me. I have no idea that they're there. Or on the flip side of that, if I do hear the enemy's audio, I'm hearing them like above me and they're actually below me or they're behind me. So sometimes the actual audio itself has been very confusing for me, and it ends up getting me killed in gunfights. Or like with the teammate situation, I'll start shooting my teammates because of how loud their footstep audio is. So I don't know if they can turn down the teammates' footstep audio, or if I need to just put on those sneakers we talked about earlier that eliminates footsteps, but I was struggling in this department. I did play Ground War for a little bit, and for the most part, I enjoyed myself, but Ground War was just dominated every round by vehicles. One guy even got a nuke. The guy's just sitting in the tanks, or the other transport tank thing, I don't know what it is, LAV or whatever, but the vehicles are kind of annoying, and I understand that that's part of the experience, but I don't know if maybe they could tune them down a little bit or increase the launcher, because I was using the explosive launcher to try to negate the tanks like running up on me, but I need some assistance. The Ground War was fun, kind of bigger scale battle, but the vehicles for me was a negative. That's going to wrap up today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you made it this far, you're an absolute legend, and I appreciate you watching. So, is Modern Warfare 3 worth your $70? I'm going to go with no. I'm sorry, it's a cool game. It's got some cool aspects to it, but at the end of the day, it's a DLC. It's got reused content, so it's kind of a tough call, but I'm going to go with no. I would say wait for the game to go on sale, or maybe you can play it on Game Pass or something like that. I don't really see it being worth unless you're just a creator or unless you, I don't know, playing with your friends or something. But to me, I don't think it's worth the money. I would say save your money. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, consider dropping a like. I appreciate you watching again, and I'll see you next time. Thank you, guys.